Make sure you stick around until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is PJ with CLK Supplies, and let's have some more fun today with the Framon 2 code machine by cutting a key by code for this Husky toolbox. Not only is the Framon 2 machine versatile, it's also fun to use, and it doesn't require any code cards. As a matter of fact, I believe as time goes on, as you use the machine, it's actually going to make you better at your job because you're really going to start to understand the spacing and depth information on the keys that you're working with. Now, as far as this toolbox goes here, the code on it is a B05. So let's go ahead and let's take that information and let's go to G-Code online and look it up and see what we find. All right, so the first step is we're gonna go to G-Code online. Now, if you buy one of these machines, you actually get the Genericode desktop free with it, so you can use that as well. I just happen to like to use the online version. Now, we're gonna go ahead and we'll put in our code, which is a B05. We're gonna find it and we're gonna look for toolbox because we know it's a toolbox. And we're gonna go to the machine details as Framon manual. And then it's gonna tell us the spacing block, which is a number 5, and then the alignment and the cutter. So it's gonna give us all that information. And so here we are now at the machine, and we're gonna get this set up and cut one of these keys. So the first step is we want to deal with the spacing block here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one out, which see what number it is. That's a number 1. And it tells us on the screenshot here that it's the spacing block number 5. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the number 5 spacing block right here. And we'll go ahead and get it put in. Now that we have that in, if we look again at that screenshot, you're going to see on the top left where it says the spacing is a 0.097. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin this around until we find that 097, which we see right here. So I'm going to go ahead and angle it just a little bit so it pops up here. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to get our first cut spacing dialed in here. So if we look at the screenshot, all right, we're going to see that the first space starts at a 0.125, all right? So now that we have it zeroed out, we're gonna make a couple rotations, 2.5 rotations, and land at that 0.125, but we'll do it together. Now remember, each full rotation equals a 0.050. So what we'll do here is we'll bring it around once, so now we're at a 0.050. Now we're at a 0.100, and we need to get to a 0.125, so we're just gonna go halfway to the 25 here. Just like that. All right, so now we have this set properly, and we just need to move the spacing block to align with that first cut there. Now, just a quick overview here. So each one of these lines, all right, that represents a space. So as many spaces there are on this one, which it looks like, there's 5 of them. So space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how we're gonna be doing that. And that's how this whole thing is set up. So once we have this done, we're gonna be completely good to go as far as all of the spacing information goes. We can just now go to each space. So now we gotta pay attention to the actual depth. So as you can see, our first cut is gonna be a number 1. And we look at the depth of that, and that's going to be a 0.250. So we're gonna look at our little cheat guide right here, and we're gonna just like visually get it close to that 0.250, and then we're just gonna find the 0. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing there, and then I'm looking here to get to the 0, because that's gonna put us right at 0.250. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and take a Y11 key here, which it says to use, and get it put in the machine. Now, I'm going to use the bottom shoulder on this because the bottom and the shoulder are directly aligned, but you can also use the top shoulder like that if you want. So we'll get that put in there. Now we'll go ahead and I'll turn the machine on and we'll make the first cut. All right, now as you can see, the second cut is also a number 1. So all we need to do is move the space over to the second, and we can go to make that second cut. Just like that. All right, now we can go to space 3. And if you can look, all we have is actually we have 3 number 4 cuts for the last 3. So we only have to set this one more time and we can finish it off here. So if we look at the chart again, we can see that a number 4 is a 0.190. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get here to 200. All right, so we get right here to 200. Now, I'm just gonna go backwards 10 to 190. Now you can do the opposite just for fun here. Let's do the other one just to make sure I don't lose any of you here. So we can go here to 150 and then we're gonna go up 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40. We can also get to 190 that way as well. Once we get there, let's go ahead and make these last 3 cuts. All right, and now for the fun part, which is actually checking the key. And there you have it. I'd love to know in the comments below what you think of the Framon 2 machine. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm guessing if you just watched this video that you work with locks and keys. And to us here at CLK Supplies, that makes you a lock boss. And we wanna hook you up. Here's how it works. Throughout the week, we post videos on YouTube, like the one you just watched. And all you need to do is comment on the videos and include the hashtag LockBoss. When you do this, you're automatically entered in to win one of 5 free prizes that we give out each and every week. No purchase necessary. So if you're a lock boss, join us each week to learn, grow, and win.